welcome to this video, a not so detailed analysis on the ending of JJK Season 2, also known as me being absolutely delusional and treating another hyperfixation like an English assignment. Also, recording a video is so hard. I'm just losing my mind. This video is just gonna be a bunch of things that I noticed. It's not gonna be like, oh, whoa, what a surprise, anything like that. But yeah, I'm not gonna do an analysis on the lyrics because they're pretty self-explanatory, and yeah, you can read the lyrics translations for yourself, and just know that it's from Ghetto's point of view. So yeah, ow. Let's start with the first thing we see in the ending, the beta fish. Obviously, the one with red eyes represents Suguru, while the white one represents Satoru. The first thing we notice is that one fish, the fish on the left, is extremely injured. Its fins are frayed and damaged, and yeah. It is also swimming up when we first see it. However, once Gojo fish comes on screen, he turns to the right and he cross directions. I'm so calm. Yeah. Next, when the fish have completely passed each other by, the water is disturbed and Ghetto fish changes color to black. Pretend that you're being shaken right now. I am shaking y'all. Do you know what a color fish in beta fish means? A color fish? A color change in beta fish means? So you remember how Ghetto fish also has extremely damaged fins? Damaged fins and color change are two common symptoms of a sick or dying beta fish. And specifically in male beta fish, the color will fade. So, I'm so calm. I'm really not. Later in the ending, when Ghetto fish passes by, Gojo opens his eyes and looks toward it. But for Ghetto, he was already looking at the fish, and then he closes his eyes. Oh my days! I'm breaking down. I'm not. Yep. Nope. Also, Satoru is very obviously illuminated with light, but for Ghetto, he is illuminated with light, but it's filtered through a dirty window or something. Yar. Let's move on from the fish because I am going to have an aneurysm and my friend will just scream of happiness. She just loves fish. It's a problem. But anyways, moving on to the plants and flower symbolism in this. Yep. Let's start with the maidenhair tree, which is also known as ginkgo. These trees are recognizable in a lot of animes by their fan-like pattern. Yeah. I love ginkgo leaves. They're just so pretty. However, ginkgos are a symbol of peace, hope, love, as well as vitality, longevity, and duality. Seeing as these leaves are falling around Kyoko, I feel like they definitely represent her. She's sort of the peacemaker between Satoru and Suguru. She holds them together. She is the glue, and she loves them. And she's stuck in the middle of their light and dark duality. And with longevity, she's the only one who remains even when the world comes crashing down. And for vitality, in the future, she is a doctor, so. My friend also pointed out that this may be in reference to the scene that she talks to Ghetto after he leaves Jujutsu Society. So, yeah. Next, we have the cherry blossoms, aka Sakura. They represent life and death and beauty and violence, and sakura bloom in spring, which represents new life and old death and all that jazz. Unrelated, but according to director Park of the JJK Zero movie, Ghetto was Gojo's first and last warm spring of youth. This statement in its original language is very deep. In East and Southeast Asia, this means something really like romantic. To call someone your springtime, to like dedicate your youthfulness to them, it's like calling someone the light of your life, your sun and moon, the thing that gives you life and rejuvenates you, like a soulmate. And yeah, if I remember correctly, the opening is called something like "Where Has My Blue Gone?" something like that, and it's from Gojo's point of view, which extra ow. So moving on, we have the orange osmanthus. Zhongli is about to have an aneurysm. But anyways, we see this twice, once here and the other time on the concrete between Suguru and Satoru. Osmanthuses themselves already represent true love and prosperity. However, orange osmanthuses represent joy and serenity. They are typically used at weddings due to their romantic connotations. In Japan specifically, due to their unforgettable and sweet scent, they represent first love, which, it's very, very, very telling that they are on the concrete between Satoru and Suguru. But, anyways. Our next flower is red spider lilies. Anyone who's watched a few animes will have seen this flower and know of its meaning, but it's usually meant for funerals. So some examples of animes you might have seen this in is Demon Slayer, Tokyo Ghoul, as well as Licorice Recoil, which is a really good anime. You should go watch it. But anyways, they are usually meant for funerals, and it signifies final goodbyes. And this might not be the case any longer, but in Buddhism, the red spider lily was thought to guide the dead to be reincarnated. I also really think it's interesting that this frame is like sideways and from below, like the person who's looking at this is lying down and looking up at them. It's also said that red spider lilies grew on graves. So, who's the point of view? Who is dead? Yep. Anyways. Our last plant is what I think are pink hydrangeas. I'm not sure about these because it looks sort of different. But to anyone who receives this flower, the person who gave this flower to you is laying down their heart and soul. Like all their love, affection, feelings, they are laying themselves bare to you. But the next thing I'm going to talk about is the amount of burgers this 16-year-old boy eats. Holy heck, Gojo Satoru. From this point of view, he's already eating one, and I count like 6 other burgers there, including fries. What in the world is happening? And like, Mappa is kind of cruel for this ending part, as well as the opening, actually. They made the opening and ending seem like slice of life make this seem like a slice of life anime, which like really that's just really cool, Like my friends and I joke about, oh, Jake, you should watch Jujutsu Kaisen. It's such a nice slice of life anime. It's like, yeah. Imagine if in another life they were happy and they were, a slice of life instead of slicing of life. Out of these 4 shots, Shoko is the only one whose frame is like sad and like so ow. Spoilers for the anime, but like if this is like Haibara's corpse or whatever, that's so sad. Like Shoko is like, bro, Shoko just makes me sad. I love her so much, and she's just sad. Lastly, we have these 3 frames of the tree waving goodbye to each other. So like two things. Shoko and Satoru they are looking at the camera with big smiles, like they're waving at the camera, and Suguru is looking away. You can't see his facial expression, and Satoru and Ieri's path are like so bright and lit up, and like look at those big smiles. I am sobbing. And Suguru, there is a bit of light, but he's in darkness. He is illuminated from behind. He, it's, yeah. I'm just so sad. I am very, 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 very sad. But anyways, everyone, look at Gojo's precious smile. Oh my days, they love each other. But anyways, that's all from me. This list. I hope you enjoyed my incoherent rambling. I don't know what to do now. Subscribe, I guess, like, comment, all that jazz. I am metaphorically, emotionally, and spiritually going to bed. Good night and goodbye.